as I was setting up my rig, he looks over at Casey and he goes, "Is he going to use all that?" And Casey looks him dead in the eye and says, "Every damned watt."
Long and dusty trail from my hometown in Kansas.
All right, well, I guess it's time to pick up where we left off. So last week, we were on the way to the New Frontier Club in Meridian, Idaho. I was picking up a gig as a sessions player, being a ringer for Jason Burke in Jack McNugget's band. Jack McNugget was a dear friend of mine, had been for years and years and years. And I was so excited that he finally gave me a chance to come out and play. Now, I played with him once before in that group. We played at Suds. I feel like Javier Tallman was there. And I feel like Casey Short was there. And I feel like Casey and I were both 20 and not 21 yet. It was 2001. Because I just paid off my saxophone. But anyway, back to this story. Here we are at the New Frontier. And I start loading my gear onto the stage. The other guitarist, Uncle Milty, we shall call him, had a Fender Strat. He had a Fender Twin Reverb with a Digitech RP300 plugged into it. And it sounded like a bag of hammered ass. Straight up. Worst freaking guitar tone I think I've heard from a serious guitarist to date. Hideous. It was funnier as I was setting up my rig, which was the Mesa Boogie rig that I spoke of in the last episode. He looks over at Casey and he goes, "Is he going to use all that?" And Casey looks him dead in the eye and says, "Every damned watt." Now, all the bravado in the world, I still was terrified. Because, could you imagine this? Going into a gig, flying blind, you don't have a set list. Jack is just trusting me that I can do this, that I can basically music through osmosis and pick up the slack and just do it. When I haven't even heard half of these songs before, or maybe I've heard them on the radio as I'm driving to work or whatnot, literally flying blind. And the first night, it goes okay. Actually, it goes fast. When you're on the stage, and that's something that I learned this night, and it really didn't hit till I started doing this more often. But when you're on that stage, 5 hours might as well be 5 minutes. Because I had a great time. I had an amazing time. I didn't remember any of the songs or know any of the songs. But Jack, of course, reassured me and said, "You'll remember him for tomorrow." There's 300 people watching in this club and dancing. And that's weird enough when you're rehearsed and you know what you're doing. But when you have no idea what is coming next, it's like song roulette. Well, now it's going to be Wonderful Tonight. And now it's going to be Cheap Trick, I Want You to Want Me. Here we go. Wild. In some ways, learning music this way, I think today would sort of be viewed as toxic or, at very least, a hostile work environment. But that's how we learn. All of us in this crew. I think that's a good place to stop. Thank you guys for tuning in, and remember, I'm not rich, I'm not famous, I don't know everything, but it's been a hell of a ride. Thank you for watching. All right, everyone, have a great day, and thank you.